Hello everyone, welcome to JSP Obvious Luxury. My name is Jenny and I am the owner and creator of JSP Obvious Luxury. Today is our segment called The Strength of a Woman. We're going to be talking about social etiquette. Before we dive into that topic, remember, women, girls, ladies, mothers, wives, grandmothers, we are the finest of all God's creation. So today is social etiquette. What is etiquette? Etiquette is the customary code of polite behavior in society. It's a customary polite behavior in society. How many times or how often did you go out and somebody says to you, oh, your stomach is big, or you look ugly, or how old are you, or what are you wearing on your hair? I think those kind of languages are not polite. They are not polite. One of the rules of social etiquette is be mindful of your language. Be mindful of your language. I didn't want to make this video, but it has come to a point where I, in particular, I am a victim of this type of questions. I am just a victim, and it gets on my nerves. I have a business. I have a beauty supply, and I braid hair. Sometimes, okay, so you know, sometimes when people come in, they'll be asking me some questions, and I find this particular question is very, very annoying. Before we dive into the question that they always ask me, one of the languages that you should be mindful of is how old are you? Sometimes we women, we don't want to reveal our age. We don't want to talk about our age, so don't go around asking people how. And you look old. How old are you? Don't go asking a woman how old she is. If she volunteers, if she wants to tell you how old she is, she will tell you. But don't go around asking a woman how old are you. It's just, I think it's just not okay. It's just not okay. Except maybe you guys are friends, but don't just bump into somebody and you like, how old are you? Number two thing you should be mindful of, your social etiquette you should be mindful of, is how often do you go out and a woman or people ask you, what are you wearing on your hair? Is it a wig or is your hair? Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't ask me that question. I remember years ago, an older man came to my job, to my business, and you know, he bought some things. I was ringing him up. The man said to me, I was wearing a wig. The man said to me, Miss, what you're wearing on your head, is it a wig or is your hair? I was just quiet. I didn't want to say anything. And I kept ringing him up. He said to me again, I said, sir, whatever you see on a woman's hair, whatever you see on a woman's head is her hair. He was like, oh, I know that's right. I wanted to give it to him, but you know, I consider his age. I'm like, okay, he's an older man, he will not really understand. But people, please, whatever you see on a woman's head is her hair, except she volunteers to tell you, oh, I'm wearing a wig. If she's wearing a braid, then you can tell it's a braid. But if she's wearing a wig or a weave, let her volunteer that she's wearing a wig or she's a weave. Sometimes people will come to me and be like, what are you wearing on your hair? Is that your hair? I'm like, oh, Jesus, yeah, it's my hair. Or sometimes it's a wig. Don't just ask people that unless they volunteer. One of the rules, like I said, is of social etiquette is be mindful of your language. Be mindful, because people will cuss you out if you ask them about their age without them volunteering. If you ask them, is what you're wearing on your head, is it a wig or is it a wig? Don't do that. Number three thing that we just have to be mindful of is, before I say it, one of my friends, my good friend, my best friend, she said to me, she said, Jane, she said, two rules in staying in business is mind your business and stay out of my business. Those are two rules of staying in business. These are two rules of you woman staying in your lane, staying in your own business, mind your business and stay out of my business. You know why I say this? More often than not, when come to me, when people see me, when people, not even me, a lot of time people will be like, oh, I'm like, oh, Jesus. I remember some months ago, somebody came to my job, and she is bigger than me, way bigger and older than me. How did she come, walking crooked, and she says, now her behind is big, her stomach is big. She says to me, Jane, what have you been eating? You are growing fat. I said, whatever you're eating that make me fat. And she was like, oh, that is very insulting. You shouldn't talk to me that way. I said, what is wrong? You said I'm fat. You said I'm eating that fat. And I said, whatever I'm eating whatever you're eating that make you fat is what I'm eating to make me fat. People don't look themselves in the mirror before they start asking somebody a question. Like 2 months ago, somebody came to my job again. And she as she was talking to me about, making an appointment, she looked at me, she said, oh, Jane, I said, what did you say again? What is it? She said, oh, never mind. She was going to ask me, are you pregnant? So don't ask that question, please. Don't ask. Look at yourself in the mirror. People that ask, are you pregnant? Oh, you are fat. Oh, you're getting big, are the ones that are big themselves. They are the fattest themselves. They are the biggest people themselves. Look yourself in the mirror. Somebody, I have a lot of them. Somebody again came to me and laughed, oh, Jen, I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, what's going on in your stomach? I said, nothing. You just smile there. She said, oh, it's big. I said, yeah, yours is big too. Oh, yeah, I need to, once I stop drinking beers, my stomach is going to go down. Way bigger and older than me. How did she come, walking crooked, and she says, now her behind is big, her stomach is big. She says to me, Jane, what have you been eating? You are growing fat. I said, whatever you're eating that makes you fat is what I'm eating to make me fat. And she was like, oh, that is very insulting. You shouldn't talk to me that way. I said, what is wrong? You said I'm fat. You said I'm eating that's why I'm getting fat. And I said, whatever I'm eating whatever you're eating that make you fat is what I'm eating to make me fat. People don't look themselves in the mirror before they start asking somebody a question. Like 2 months ago, somebody came to my job again. And as she was talking to me about, making an appointment, she looked at me, she said, oh, Jane, I said, what did you say again? What is it? She said, oh, never mind. She was going to ask me, are you pregnant? So don't ask that question, please. Don't ask that question. Look at yourself in the mirror. People that ask, are you pregnant? Oh, you are fat. Oh, you're getting big, are the ones that are big themselves. They are the fattest themselves. They are the biggest people themselves. Look yourself in the mirror. Somebody again, I have a lot of them. Somebody again came to me and laughed, oh, Jen, I haven't seen you in a while. Oh, what's going on in your stomach? I said, nothing. Just my intestine there. She said, oh, it's big. I said, yeah, yours is big too. Oh, yeah, I need to, once I stop drinking beers, my stomach is going to go down. The one that broke the camel's back for me was last week. Somebody came to my job, and her stomach is big, wearing skimpy thing. Her stomach is big. And how did she come? And she says to me, she was looking for something, and I helped her. When she was going, she said, oh, Miss Jane, are you pregnant? I said, I'm not. She said, are you sure? I said, I'm not. She said, are you really, really sure? I said, you need to get out right now. I will talk to you next time. I was just really, really upset. I said to her, I said, look, do you see your own stomach too? She said, yeah, I need to get my stomach down. Go ahead, take care of your stomach. Leave my stomach alone. I have 2 children that came out of this stomach. Stop asking women, are you pregnant? It's a very, very bad question to ask a woman like you. I mean, some people give birth and their stomach go back in, like they never had babies. Some of us, we are victims of stretch marks. Some of us, our stomach can't go back to what it used to be. And when I look at my children, I'm happy that my children came out of my stomach. Is there things that I can do to make it go back? Yeah, there are things, but when you have stretch mark, there is really nothing you can do other than maybe doing liposuction and all of those stuff, which is in the pipeline. So stop asking, are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? It's very, very annoying. Next time somebody asks me, oh Jane, are you pregnant? Are you sure you're not pregnant? I'm gonna insult you. I'm gonna curse you out. Or somebody says, are you fat? What have you been eating? Oh Jesus Christ. What is your business? You are not feeding me. So leave me alone. Let me enjoy my life. I didn't come to you to ask you for food. Why are you asking me, are you pregnant? Somebody came, and as soon as she came in, she said, oh Jane, you love eating food. I said, yeah, I love eating food. Like you love looking raggedy. Please, let's be mindful of our language. Let's be mindful of questions that we ask. Let's be mindful of how we look at people. Let's be mindful, because you don't know why some people are big. You don't know why some people are fat. Some people are just because of medication. Some people are just because of depression. You don't know what people are going through. Unless you walk in my shoe for a man, then you can judge me. Somebody says, judge me when you are perfect. Otherwise, shut the hell up. If you are perfect in all ramifications of life, you are perfect, then come and judge me. Until then, if you're not perfect, don't come judge me. If you're not perfect, shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth up. If you're not perfect. Yeah, I have stomach. And I am taking care of me. And I love me. You asking me questions will not demoralize me, will not bring me down. You look yourself in the mirror and tell me who is pregnant, or tell me who is fat. Please, ladies, let's be mindful of these questions. You are fat? Oh, are you pregnant? Oh, what is your age? What are you having on your head? Is it a wig or is it a weave? Let's be mindful of those languages. They are not nice. They are not good etiquette questions. They are not just good. They are very, very annoying. I didn't want to make this video, but one of my girlfriends helped me out. She was, Jane, you got to make it, because it's very, very annoying when somebody asks me, why are you fat? Do you know where I'm coming from? I'm coming from 250 pounds. That's where I'm coming from 12 years ago. So if you see me, you say I'm fat. What if when I was 250 pounds, what would you have said? Come on, ladies. Let's be mindful of, are you pregnant? Are you not pregnant? These are questions that women would not like. So please, let's take into account that these questions could be hurting. It could be very, very upsetting, especially when we are trying to do our best, when we are trying to look our best, and we are getting all these questions from people. Let's be, somebody ask you, are you pregnant? Or why are you fat? I know you're not gonna like it. So the same way you're not gonna like it, don't dish that thing out for somebody else. Okay? I will see you next time. Don't forget that the Lord is the strength of a woman, and nobody's gonna love you more than you love yourself. And my website is www.jspambianceluxury.com. I will see you next time. Take care of yourself and take care of each other.